Hello everyone, it's Dylan from Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything, and welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh! Video. So we just got our first official reveals for the Limited Pack GX Slifer Red, which is a pack that is coming out, I believe, later in 2025. I actually don't think we have a release date for it, but what this pack is going to do is it's going to bring cards that were used in the GX anime that have still not been printed into the OCG and TCG, which is really cool. And we need all the anime support packs we can get, because who knows the status of Animation Chronicle, as it's already mid-April, and that's a set that is always announced in February, and it seems like that set might be dead in the water. So, I don't know when we're going to get, like, anime support in certain sets, so I'm very excited that we have this, and this was announced at Next Turn, and we have our first reveals, 5 cards, all from GX Season 1, and we're going to start with one of Bastion's monsters, Conduction Warrior Linear Magnum. Now, this card was used twice by Bastion in his duel against Tanya and in his Season 2 duel against Manjome. This card has 2700 attack, and it must be special summoned by sending 2 Magnet Warrior monsters whose original level is 4 or lower from your hand, deck, and or face up on the field to the graveyard. I love that you can do it from the deck, because that makes summoning this pretty easy. You can only special summon this monster once per turn this way. You can target one other Earth monster on the field. This card gains attack equal to half that monster's attack until the end of this turn. If this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, add it to your hand. You can only use each effect once per turn. So it's really just a big beater, this thing, 2700, and then of course can gain attack equal to half of another Earth monster on the field, and if it's destroyed you can get it back to your hand, and then if you have a bunch of Magnet Warriors in your deck or field or hand, whatever, you can just summon this next turn. So it's really just a big beater, but cool that one of Bastion's monsters is getting printed. We'll see if Fire Dragon, ever comes to the game. I don't think it's going to in this set. I think this is only going to be cards that were actually used in the anime, not shown in the opening and then never used, but we'll see. That's the card, of course, I think that everybody would freak out over if it ever was added. We are also getting an Amnel spell card, Chaos Distill. Amnel uses this card actually during the very first turn of the duel, in his duel against Judai, and any card that is sent to your graveyard is banished instead. And then you can activate one of these effects. Add 1 Macro Cosmos or 1 card that mentions it from your deck to hand. If Macro Cosmos is on the field, banish this face-up card from the spell and trap zone. Add 1 light monster with question mark attack from your deck to your hand. You can only use this effect once per turn, and Macro Cosmos, of course, is a continuous trap card that just basically perma-bans any card from being sent to the graveyard and banishes them instead. So, pretty cool card there. Then we are getting a Jaden trap card, Heroes Rule 1, 5 Freedoms. Probably my favorite design of these 5 cards. Not only do we have the 5 set cards, but I love seeing the GX dual disc and the Battle City dual disc. I think that looks really, really cool. And this card was used actually against Kagimaru. If you remember that, good on you, because I know that's a pretty forgettable final season duel there, Judai versus Kagimaru. At least I wasn't too big of a fan of Kagimaru, so anything regarding him I tend to kind of black out for. Target up to 5 cards in any graveyard, banish them. If this card is in your graveyard except the turn it was sent there, you can banish it. Then target one of your banished elemental hero monsters, special summon it, ignoring its summoning conditions. You can only use this effect once per turn. So I guess the goal there would be to banish a really good elemental hero monster and then use this effect on the next turn in order to get that banished elemental hero monster to be special summoned to your field. So some interesting hero support there. And then we are getting 2 Titan cards and the final ritual card in GX that has not been printed in the game. With this card, every single ritual that debuted in the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX anime is now in the card game, which is really cool. If I'm wrong about that, let me know, but I'm pretty sure this is the last one, and that is Archfiend Matador, a card, of course, used by Titan. You can ritual summon this card with Ritual of the Matador, and the 5th card is Ritual of the Matador. If this card is ritual summoned, you can add 2 Archfiend cards from your deck to your hand, except this card. Also, this card cannot attack for the rest of the turn. You can only use this effect once per turn. Can't be destroyed in battle. You take no battle damage from battles involving this card. After damage calculation, if this card battled a monster, destroy that monster. And if you do, inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent. The poor man's Yugioh can't be destroyed in battle, and you deal damage to your opponent if this card battles a monster, and it's got 0 attack. And the Ritual of the Matador spell card is a pretty simple ritual card. The only extra thing is you can banish this card from graveyard to special summon one non-ritual Archfiend monster from your hand, and you can use that effect once per turn. So some cool Archfiend support, and again, with this card, we now have every single ritual monster that debuted in GX in the game. So we are getting an Amnel card, a Bastion card, a Judai card, and 2 Titan cards. And this card, by the way, was summoned in that duel against Alexis, the duel that Alexis would end up winning. I believe it was around episode 41. So yeah, there we go. I don't know, guys, if we are going to get, like, this pack is GX Slifer Red, and it's clearly only focusing on, like, Season 1 cards that we don't have. I don't know if they're planning to do Limited Pack GX Raw Yellow, and maybe have that focus on Season 2, and Limited Pack GX Obelisk Blue, and have that focused on Season 3 and 4. I think that would be pretty cool. I don't know if this is going to be the only set that we get. And by the way, we are getting 10 new cards in this set. So this is the first wave. We should be getting 5 more cards that were used in the show that have not been printed to the game yet. So let me know what you guys would like to see. I'd like to see Toy Soldier. I think that would be kind of cool. Or maybe we will finally get some of, like, Blair's cards that were printed, the Mystic archetype. The thing that always fascinated me about her cards is they referenced a lot of other monsters or, like, spells that were never actually shown in the anime. So there are a lot of, like, unknown Mystic cards that we know should exist, but we have no idea what they would look like. But again, I don't think this set is going to do something like that. That's kind of akin to, like, Fire Dragon. I think this set is only going to be cards that were physically used in the anime. But of course, Bastion's Fire Dragon would be so cool if they ever made that into a card. But let me know some other cards you'd love to see, and I would imagine they're probably going to have to be Season 1 cards to keep up with the trend of this first wave. As always, thank you all so much for watching. Let me know of these cards which one you're most excited for, and I hope you have an amazing day. Take care, guys.